Welcome back students. I am your geography teacher Vandana Joshi and you are watching SST June. Students, in the previous video of the chapter Land Resources and Agriculture, we have studied about the land resources and their use in the different manners. Here now we will start the another topic from the chapter, that is agriculture. Agriculture is an activity which is generally done on the land resources. So here the land is a useful resource for the agriculture. In our today's video about the agriculture, we are going to cover few topics in which we will see what is the agriculture and how it has been done in our country. So first, today we will see the first topic, agricultural land use in India. In the previous video, we have studied about the land use in our country, in which we have seen about the uncultivated, the fallow land, the land other than fallow and the net sown area. So how these land types are used in the agriculture in our country, that we will see in our first topic. Then after that, in the second topic, we will see the cropping seasons in our country, where we will see that how many cropping seasons are there in our country. As India is a monsoonal country, so the seasons are not similar here. Due to that, the cropping pattern is also not similar in our country. So the different cropping season in our country, that we will study in the second topic, cropping pattern in India. Then after that, in the third topic, that is the types of farming. Students, generally in the previous classes we have studied about the two types of farming, that is the subsistence farming and the commercial farming. That type of farming is based upon the technological use of farming. Here we will study more than this, where we will study the types of farming on the basis of the moisture of the land. And at the last of the today's video, that we will study about the crops. In India there are many types of crops, but generally what are the categories are of the crops in our country, that we will study in the last topic in short. That will be studied in detail in the next video of the chapter. So let's start our today's video with the first topic, agricultural land use in India. See what is the agricultural land use in our country. So students, as we know, the agriculture is a land based activity. That means if the quality of land is very good, so the production of the crop will be very good. Means, so here we can say the agriculture is based upon the quality of land, productivity of land, as well as the moisture of land. So all the types of agricultural land, in which we can include the net sown area, the total geographical area which is used for the agricultural purpose, and the fallow land, the land which is fallow than other, and many type of parts are there which are generally used for the agricultural purpose. So here we can say the agriculture land is used generally for the agriculture in our country. Around 60% land nowadays, according to the demand of the population, is used for the agricultural purpose. So if the demand is high, so here the productivity will also be high. So according to the demand, generally we have to use there the HYV seeds for the increasing amount of the crop production. HYB seeds are required. So HYB seeds, when it is required, due to that the intensity of the crops is very high. So how we can measure the intensity of any crop? The intensity of crop can be measured by a formula. There is a formula for the intensity. We know that cropping intensity means the increasing amount of the agriculture day by day. Means according to need of the human beings, the amount of the harvested crop is going to be increased, and that is known as the cropping intensity. So the formula of cropping intensity is equal to upon NSA into 100. Here CI stands for cropping intensity, and here GCA stands for the gross cultivated area upon net sown area, which is multiplied by 100, and then after that we will get the cropping intensity of that year. Now let's see in detail about the agricultural land use in India and how the cropping intensity is affecting to the cropping pattern. So students, we know that in India the land resources are crucial for the livelihood of people, which is depending on the agriculture, because it is a basic or primary activity and land based activity. So lack of access to land is directly linked with poverty. Here the main important thing which is affecting to the agriculture, that is the quality of land. Here the quality of land is directly responsible for agricultural productivity. Also the social values, like the land serves as a security for credit, natural hazards. So which type of land can be used for the agricultural purpose? The total stock of agricultural land resource is net sown area and all fallow land and the cultivable wasteland, where the scope for bringing in addition area under cultivation is limited. So there is urgent need to evolve and adopt land saving technologies, like those which rise the yield of any crop per unit area of land, and those which increase in total output per unit area of land from all crops grown over any agricultural year by increasing land use intensity. And what is the land use intensity? As already I told you, the formula GCA upon NSA into 100. Students, here we have seen the agricultural land use in our country and also what is the intensity of the cropping pattern in our country. The intensity of cropping is also affected by the season, because the crops which are grown in our country, these are not similar for whole year. As in the country of United States, there are the same season due to which the cropping patterns are same. But in our country, the cropping seasons are different, due to which the crops which are sown in the different seasons are also different. In our country, there are general 3 seasons which are known as the summer, winter and the monsoon, which are further divided into the 6 sub-seasons. But if we will go through the crops, so crop is not only 1 month activity, it is taking its time. So the cropping seasons in our country are divided into 4 months. So the cropping seasons in our country are 3. There are total 3 cropping seasons in our country, that is Rabi season crops, Kharif season crops and Zaid season crops. So if we will go through the Rabi season, that is generally refers to the winters. The Kharif is generally refers to the monsoon season. And Zaid is the time duration between the winters and the monsoon, basically the time when the summer is starting, that is the summer season. Here the winter season, the main crop of the Rabi is wheat. In the Kharif season, the staple food paddy or rice, and in the summer season, that is the pulses, and also the watermelon and many other crops. Now we will see what is the cropping season in our country is followed by the farmers, and which are the month generally when the crops are sown and the harvesting season of the cropping season in our country. So students, the intensity of cropping means the number of crops raised on a field during an agricultural year. It indicates the efficiency of land use. And there are 3 cropping seasons of India which are affecting to the intensity of cropping. These seasons are Kharif, Rabi and Zaid. Kharif, it is the season with the southwest monsoon. This season starts from June and ends in September. During the season, tropical crops such as rice, cotton, jute, jowar, bajra and tuar are grown. Basically, the Kharif season is also started in the onset of monsoon, and the crop which is harvested in the season is harvesting time is September to October. And for that the source of moisture is the monsoon rain, because the crops of Kharif required a lots of water. The next type of crop which is grown in the another season, that is the Rabi crop. The Rabi season begins with the onset of winter in October to November and ends means the harvesting time is in March to April month. The low temperature conditions during the season facilitated the cultivation of temperature and subtropical crops such as wheat, gram and mustard are also grown in that season. Okay, then after that the Zaid season crops are there. Zaid is a short duration summer cropping season beginning after harvesting of Rabi crops. Watermelons, cucumber, vegetables and fodder crops are cultivated during this season. The main source of moisture is irrigation, and the harvesting time is April and May. Let's see the third topic, that is the types of farming. Students, generally in the previous classes we have studied only one types of farming, that is the subsistence farming and the commercial farming, where the type of farming is divided into 2 types on the basis of technology. The types of farming is also divided again into various types, that is on the basis of seasons, on the basis of cropping pattern and on the basis of moisture. So here we will study the types of farming on the basis of moisture. So on the basis of moisture, generally the types of farming are divided into 2 types, that is the irrigated and the rain-fed. Irrigated and rain-fed. Here the irrigated means where the rainfall is not available or is very less. In that area the farming done by the irrigation method through the canals and the tube wells. Same here in the rain-fed area. There are 2 different types of rain-fed area. One are where the rainfall is less than 75 millimeter, and the next is the rainfall where the rainfall is more than 75 mm. So these are known as the rain-fed area where the main source of moisture is the rain. So now we will see how the types of farming, these two type of farming are separated with each other, and what are the main characteristics of these two types of farming. So students, as you can see in this flow chart, the types of farming is based on the main source of moisture. For crops farming, it is irrigated and the rain-fed. The irrigated is further divided again into two types, that is productive and protective. The protective farming is to achieve higher productivity, and the protective is protects crop from moisture deficiency. Whereas in the other hand, the rain-fed is again further divided into two types, that is the wetland and the dryland. The wetland where the rainfall is more than 95 centimeter. Here the rain-fed or the wetland is generally for the kharif crops or the crops which required more water, like rice, jute, sugarcane and aquaculture in practice. Here the face flood and soil erosion hazards are the main problem in the wetland area. Whereas the dry land where the rainfall is less than 75 centimeter and hardly crops are grown in that area are ragi, gram, jowar, etc. Here the practice soil moisture conservation. The main thing is important in dry land is the rainwater harvesting due to the agriculture is possible in that area, and generally it is done in the arid areas. Distinguish in between both of them, that is dry land farming and the wetland farming, how these are different from each other. First of all, in the form of the rainfall, in the wetland the rainfall is too high, in the dry land it is the low rainfall. So in India, it is confined to area with rainfall of less than 75 centimeter in a year is known as the dry land farming. Rainfall is less than the total moisture requirement of soil. Here, generally these areas are facing the problem of drought. The method of water conservation, as already I told you, rainwater harvesting is carried out in that area, and these areas are generally included in few northern parts, that is Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. The crops which are grown here, these are grown hardly, like jowar, bajra, gram, and these type of crops which required less water. Whereas in the wetland farming, the rain is more than the total moisture requirement of the soil during the rainy season. Means it's a very high rain in that area, and due to the heavy rain, because it is more than the requirement, so general problems are there, flash flood and the soil erosion, and many things are also there which is generally practiced in the rainier parts of Bihar, West Bengal and many other areas where the heavy rain is there. And if we will talk about the crops which are grown in the water intensive areas are rice, sugarcane, jute and many more other crops are grown in the wetland farming. Friends, here we have seen types of farming. Now after types of farming, we will see the crops which are grown in our country. So the fourth topic is crops. As our country is a diverse in the land structure, the soil texture, even in the moisture as well. So the crops are also categorized into various categories in our country. The crops which are grown in our country are categorized into the major crops, commercial crops and many different types. But if we want to categorize them according to their use, so these are the different types. First of all, the food crops. second is the fiber crop. Then oil seeds. And then the beverage crops. These all crops are for the general use as well as for the commercial purpose, because we are practicing the commercial farming to improve our country's economy. So due to that, these all crops are for the purpose of country people as well as for the exporting, where the food crops can be included wheat, rice, jowar, millets, in which we can include ragi and bajra as well, and maize, and many other foods, out of which the rice is the staple food, because it is the main important food for all the continental area and also a required food for all the people. So it is known as the staple food. Whereas the fiber crops are jute, silk, and many other are there, which are known as the fiber crop, through which we can use for the fibers. Here one more is that is the cotton. This is the most important and grown in our country, in the western part of our country, which are included in the Deccan Plateau and covered with the black soil. And the oil seeds, that all we know. These oil seeds are peanuts, mustard, and sunflower, and many other, sesame and soya bean, many other are there which are known as the oil seed crops. Whereas the beverage crops, tea, coffee, kahwa, cocoa, means many other crops are there, out of which one more crop is there, that is the pulses. All the pulses, that gram and the peas and many other pulses are there, which we can include in that. And one more important crop, that is the spices. Spices are also a part of our country's economy and also included in the crops. So spices also a part of the crops. Students, about these all type of crops we will study in our upcoming chapters. So here our today's video of introduction of the crops also complete. In the next part of the video, we will study about these all type of food grains and other type of crops. So for that, keep watching SST Zone and don't forget to note down the keywords which I am providing to you at the last of the video.